Okay, what's up, guys? My name is TMossBoss, and I wanted to let you guys know about Anchor. Anchor is an app that you can download to record your podcast in the easiest way ever. Like, it doesn't require a whole lot to know. Like, you just pretty much press record and you just start doing your podcast and stuff. I don't know what you plan on doing, but you plan on doing something. That's why you're here. So, yeah, download Anchor, or you could go to their website, anchor.fm, and yeah, you could do it straight from your computer too. So yeah, it's easy. They distribute everything to they distribute your podcast to every streaming services like out there, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere. Okay, and then you can monetize it, so you're making money off of what you love doing. All right, so people, make sure you do it. Make sure you download Anchor, or you go to their website, anchor.fm. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for listening. Peace. Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in this episode, I'm going to be reviewing a movie. I'm probably going to do this from time to time. I'm probably just going to review a wide variety of stuff, but I do have YouTube channels for an example, if I do decide to review music, I have a YouTube channel where I review music. I talk about the news and drama and everything in music. But then on my main channel, probably like movie reviews or any other type of review, I'll talk about it on there. I should start doing TV show reviews, because I know I watch Walking Dead, but I feel like I'm like so late into it and things. I've been watching Walking Dead since it came out, but I'm so late on the reviews, like having to start all over. That means I have to start all the way from the beginning. So I'm like, and there's stuff that I honestly don't remember. Like, I feel like if I see it, then I'll remember it. But as of right now, I barely remember yesterday's episode of The Walking Dead. But anyways, the movie that I wanted to review today. Now, this movie, it's a scary movie. I feel like I should review this movie or make an episode about it because it's October, it's the Halloween month, it's a scary month. So yeah. Good movie to watch. I would recommend this movie to anybody, but it's called Hereditary. And that's one of those movies where it was like, you can watch it, and there's like, and I feel like that this might be spoiling the movie, but there's no jump scares throughout that movie. No jump scares throughout that movie, and that's what I really did like about that movie. That's why I had to say what I liked the most about that movie. I hate scary movies where left and right jump scare happens, another jump scare happens, and then another jump scare happens. I hate movies like that. I seriously do. Like, you either have that movie being loud 24/7 or being quiet 24/7. But that movie, Hereditary, it wasn't even like that. Like, just like now thinking about it, I'm like, nah, it was just like, they had like its parts where it was like creepy and was like, okay, like, why would they do some stuff like that? But overall, like, I watched that movie from beginning to end, and I have to say that was definitely one. Like, I feel like all of the cast for that movie, they all did a really good job with their roles. And then the special effects on some scenes, I was like, man, this movie is definitely one of those movies where it's like, if you need a movie to watch for Halloween, that's a movie for you. It's on Amazon Prime. I don't think it's on any other streaming platform. I think it is like an Amazon Prime movie too. But no, that movie was like, whoa. Like, watching that movie, I was like, dang, man, like, these guys, who be sitting down writing these movies though? Like, that's the question. Like, who sits down and they be like, you know what, we're just gonna write a very demonic movie, and yeah, it's gonna sell. I'm like, what? Why would you put that type of energy in people's lives? Like, I mean, I don't know. I watched that movie. I thought it was good. The scary movies don't really get to me and things. It did when I was a kid, but as I got older, I was just all like, I mean, I hadn't seen so many of these scary movies and stuff, so it's kind of hard for me to get scared by a movie and stuff. Or I know people are gonna be all like, oh, jump scare movies, like that's. See, here's the thing about that, right? Because I know people are gonna be all like, oh, like, well, if you don't like jump scare movies, then that means that they scare you and stuff. They have to have the loud noise to scare me. But overall, like, the movie plot, what's going on, that's not scary. I had to say the one movie where there were some jump scares happening, and I honestly thought that it was a scary movie just because I had liked the story, was Annabelle Creation. That was the one movie. There is a scene in there where it was, it tripped me out. It tripped me out, and I was like, whoa, wow. But then the movie did have some, like, jump scare parts. But overall, I did like that movie. But I'm like, the jump scaring and things, like, there's some other movies. I think I've talked about this before. But, yeah, I just don't like when movies be doing that. I'm like I said, either have that movie quiet throughout the whole movie, or it's going to be loud throughout that whole movie. Like just consistent loudness. Like, no quiet. Just loud, 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 loud. But Hereditary, it's not like that. For the most part, that movie, and the thing was, I was like waiting for a jump scare scene to happen, and then when you would be waiting for it, it doesn't happen. So that's why I was like, okay, I like this movie. I like this movie just because of the, one, because of the storyline. The storyline was pretty crazy. Ending kind of threw me off, but overall, like, the rest of the movie, I was like, wow, this is crazy. But everything, I like movies like that. I love when a movie does that. Where there's stuff that you'll see in the beginning, and then it'll be at the end of the movie. And I was like, oh, that's why that's what was going on. That's why that thing was happening. I'm not trying to spoil the movie. I'm overall trying to, like, keep all spoilers out. And I'm not trying to, like, really tell you about the movie, too. All I can say is that it's a demonic, non-jump scare movie, so I hopefully that didn't spoil the movie for you. But anyways, so no, like, I don't know, I feel like I should overall talk about the movie and stuff, because I feel like this would be a very quick podcast. You know, I'm just gonna overall talk about the movie. So, spoiler alert. I feel like I should. I'm gonna put that in the title of this episode. But yeah, spoiler alert. So, starting from the beginning of the movie, so it starts off with grandmother being, like, you know, buried. And so there is a part in there, because that's what I wanted to talk about. There's, like, a part in there, and I overall thought that dude was creepy. I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna probably show dude, like, at some point in time in this movie and stuff, just doing some old weird creepy things, which he was, like, towards the end. But yeah, it was he was, like, smiling at the little girl in the movie. And the little girl was just as weird. Like, she's over here getting, like, bird heads and things. Like, she cut the head off of a bird and was just carrying it around. Who does that? Who does that? Because I don't know. If that was my kid, I probably would have roundhouse kicked them. If they were like, Dad, look what I got. And then it was a cut off head of a bird. I'm like, that's the type of stuff. I know people are going to be like, you shouldn't roundhouse your kid over something like that. Over something like that, you can't even, no, like, you cannot just make it seem like that this is just all fun and games. Like, oh, okay, like, that type of stuff happens all the time. You name one time, your kid brought you a bird's head. But hold on for a second, I need me a water break. Throat's getting a little clogged. But yeah, I'm like, I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that at all. So yeah, I definitely would have roundhouse kicked my kid doing some stuff like that. But what else can I talk about? Then when she died, I was like, dang, man, that's messed up. That was messed up. Now, I honestly felt like that something like that, like, it could have been, like, saved to the end of the movie, but the fact that they had more to say after that, I was like, wow, then that's, like, what left me, like, interested, like, you know, to see what happens next. And so that's why I was like, oh, okay, like, cool. Like, there's more that's gonna happen and things. And so, when her head hit that pole, I was like, oh, yeah, she's dead. She is dead. Like, I was sitting there with the brother and things like, okay, we ain't looking in this back seat. I was like, man, that was crazy. I didn't think, because no, like, when they showed it, I just thought like, yeah, she hit her head and things, but I didn't know her whole head was gone. Like I was like, yo, that's some crazy stuff. And then they showed her head like on the ground. I was like, yo, that's crazy. They don't usually do that with movies though. Like when they be killing kids in movies and stuff, I was like, wow, they opening up the doors for this type of, because the kid ain't really dead. So like that's why I'm like, I don't know why they tripped about that type of stuff. I'm like, the kid ain't dead. Like it's a movie. Like you mean dogs and other, like they in Fatal Attraction, they killed the rabbit. Like you can see that, like, or people that's allowed, but like a kid getting killed in the movie, like that's not allowed. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. They'll show like when a kid is dead, but they won't show the kid like getting killed. Like what happened, what led to this kid's death and things. So yeah, I was like, I seen that and I was like, dang man, that's crazy. I was like that mom, she couldn't catch no break. Lost her mom, then lost her kid, and then I think she was overall saying how I think she lost her brother. I was like, dang man, that mom done been through some stuff. I can see why she ended up being the way she was. Cause there's like all that like stuff that they were fooling around with. See, that's the first mistake when you lose a loved one. Don't be fooling around with those like Ouija boards and chalkboards trying to communicate with them. Got candles sitting around your table and stuff. No, man. You just leave them be. You leave them be. Like, hopefully they in heaven chilling, waiting for me and things. But I'm not contacting anybody. Anybody that they passed on, they passed on. If they want to talk to me, then it's like you better contact me in my dream. Like regular folks. But like, nah, I'm saying like I'm like that type of stuff. Like there had like some like hidden message in the net, like something that I see. Like, I don't know. Like I'm like, that's the type of stuff I'm like, nah man, like you can't be scaring me like that. So yeah, like when they start fooling around with that stuff, that I'm like, I already know they're gonna let off something. I was like, I already know they're gonna let off some demons. But then once when the movie ended and then it was like a devil sacrifice, like whatever you want to call it, like overall I was like, wow, that's how this movie ends. That's why like it threw me off. And then he was like in the treehouse, and then they was like showing when they were like putting the crown on him or whatever they were doing the things. I was like, this how this movie ends? Like I thought he was, I don't know why I was like, man, I hope he lives, because after all of that, like dang. But like the thing is though, because you think about it, like okay, he lives, all right, then he escapes from this house. But then I remember when they showed the house before the whole like sacrifice thing. There's like a gang of just butt naked people standing around that house. So that man's gonna have to be zigzagging. So overall, he like everybody that was in that house, they were trapped. They was trapped. There was no way possible. Yeah, when I seen that, I was like, oh, that is some scary stuff. Just butt naked people just surrounding the house. Like, oh man, that was like, dang. I started thinking about, I was like, man, because me, I'm already a scary on the edge in the visual situations like that. I'm like, bro, I don't need this type of behavior in my life. I definitely would take both my airsoft guns. I would definitely get like the best running shoes I can find. Definitely get me some pants where the pockets zip up so I could put like my phone and my wallet in there and then just zip those up. And then, yeah, just go out there, just guns blazing, shooting anybody in the face that starts messing with me. And I'm like, and we'll be running too. I'm like, that's one thing that I always say is that you can't chase fear. You cannot chase fear unless you're faster than fear. But my fear is like Usain Bolt. Like I'm saying, like when I get scared, then I'm gone. Like I remember I put that to the test. I went into Universal Studios during the Halloween time, and I remember went through this like maze thing, this purge maze, and these purge people started chasing after me. I was gone. There was no way. And what shoes was I wearing at the time? Like, I don't even think I was wearing me some running shoes. I honestly don't remember what kind of shoes I was wearing. But, yeah, I'm like, you can't chase fear. You cannot chase fear. So I'm like, guys, drink your water, stay hydrated, okay? Like, get your cardio workouts and stuff. Like, you gotta go for walks, you gotta go for runs. Do anything possible But yeah, don't get chased down by some weird, crazy butt naked people and things, because it's overall not good for you. It's not good for you at all. But no, that movie was pretty good. Hereditary is pretty good. That's definitely a movie I would recommend that you guys go watch. It's on Amazon Prime, and I my ratings for it, I would give it in like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. An 8 or a 9 out of 10. Like a very, very high 8 or a very, very high 9. Or a medium size 9. Like not like I ain't trying to like gas that movie up and things, but no, I am gonna gas it up because it was a good movie. It's definitely a movie where I was like, I could sit down and watch it. It was just the ending where it was like, I wish the ending would have been different, but overall, that movie was good. That movie was good. And in fact, like, that's the thing though. Even though I said like the ending could have been different, I still like the movie. I still think the movie was good. And I could care less how the movie ends. That whole movie was good. They had me committed throughout that whole movie. So the fact that they had me sitting down throughout that whole movie, and there were times where I was like, dang, like, okay, like, ain't nothing really happening. But then something started happening. I was like, all right, I'm now going to sit here and see what happens for the rest of this movie. So shout out to the people behind Hereditary. That was one thing I didn't even know. That's a fun fact about that movie people didn't know. So the brother, the son on there, he was in a Nickelodeon show that I used to watch. There's this Nickelodeon show called The Naked Brothers Band. And yeah, it was about him, the brother in there, and his other brother. And yeah, they had like this band. And they were overall just like, yeah, going around touring and then just making music. But it was like a sitcom type show of things. It wasn't like a documentary type show. But I think they were trying to treat it like that. But yeah, I was like, that guy, wow. Like, it's crazy, like, seeing him doing that, and then he comes out and do a movie like this. See what I'm saying? Like, there's some child actors out there, they do pretty good for themselves. He's definitely one of them, because both him and his brother, I think, still acting. Because I think one of their, it was either him or his brother, they were one of the Boston bombers in this, movie, like, about the whole Boston bombing. It was, Patriots Day. I think that was the name of it. Yeah, that was the name of the movie. And one of them was the brother and stuff. So I was like, they were the brothers in the movie and things. So yeah, I was like, that's crazy. I was like, those guys, they doing pretty good for themselves. So it's good. It's good to see that. It's good to see that. But yeah, him, his sister, the mom, the dad, the crazy cult people, everybody, they all did a very, very good job in that movie. Very, very good job in that movie. So definitely, guys, go watch it if you haven't already. I mean, if you have, then let me know what you guys think about the movie. Hit me up on social media or comment below once when this video gets uploaded and stuff on the YouTube. But anyways, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe, and also subscribe to my other YouTube channels. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe however it's set up. And if you're purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It'll knock $20 off your first purchase. And, no, I'm joking. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this podcast or video, however you're viewing this. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.